Hey C3 Philippines, I hope you're all doing well and praying for you and believing for great days ahead. I just wanted to bring you this particular word of encouragement just as we're going into a new week. And so the verse that I have for you today is from John 14:27. This is Jesus speaking to his disciples and making them a promise. He says, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." Jesus has promised for peace to never leave us. A peace that is beyond understanding. A peace that guards and protects us despite what's happening around us. We may be in the middle of a storm, but his peace is always with us. Let our faith choose peace each and every day. In the Gospels, there's a story of Jesus and the disciples crossing the lake, and a fierce windstorm came against them. And we read in Mark 4:35, on that day, when evening had come, he said to them, "Let us go across to the other side." If Jesus said they were going to the other side, then they were guaranteed to going to the other side. His word cannot lie. He never promised there wouldn't be a storm, but he did promise that they'll get to the other side. I want to ask you, what is God saying to you right now? What word is he speaking to you right now? Because that word will guarantee that you'll get through this current season that we're in. And the disciples responded to his word and got into the boat with Jesus. And they started their journey across the lake. They were all in it together. They got into the boat. We are in this together. Let's stay on board. It's better to be connected to one another. What we're doing as a movement across the Philippines, let's stay connected. We are going to get through this together in Jesus' name. In verse 37, it says, "And a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat so that the boat was already filling," meaning it was about to sink. "But he was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. And they awoke him and said to him, 'Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?' And he awoke and rebuked the wind and the sea. 'Peace, be still.' And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said to them, 'Why are you so afraid? Where is your faith?'" The peace of God was still with them. Peace had never left them. Peace was asleep in the back of the boat. There's a manifestation of the peace of God. The external storm and perceived threat to their lives caused fear to rise. These guys were experienced fishermen and no doubt had been in many, many storms on that particular lake. So was this particular storm any different? Or was it more about the perception? As fear rose, it accentuated the problem before them. Whilst they didn't have control over their external challenges, they did have control over their internal condition. And by faith, we can control our internal condition. When we allow fear to arise, it will cause us to misplace our faith into the physical world. This is the peace that the world offers. If this particular journey across the lake was smooth sailing, it was calm, it would offer a level of peace because of the external circumstances. This is the distinction Jesus is making. That's the peace that the world offers. But my peace, you just have regardless. Whether it's good days, bad days, whether you're winning or losing, whether you're sick or in health, you still have the peace of God. Regardless of what's happening around us, that peace is available for us. Jesus calmed the storm by rebuking the wind and speaking to the sea, "Peace, be still." There was no point dealing with the troubled waters until he dealt with the source of the problem. There is a spiritual and natural realm that we're dealing with here. And you can't see wind, but we can see the effects of wind. We don't necessarily see spiritual activity, but we can discern and see the effects of spiritual activity. It's important that we first rebuke the spirit of fear out of our life before we try to deal with the physical manifestation of that spirit. And so rebuke the spirit of fear. Declare over your life, peace, be still. You have a right to walk in the peace of Jesus. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. We have control over fear. Jesus is making this implication: you have control over fear. The journey across the lake was not just about peace in a storm. The purpose was to meet with a demon-possessed man that desperately needed to be set free and saved. Let's not lose sight of our purpose during these times, to reach one more tormented soul with the love of Jesus so they may also receive his salvation and peace. John 14:27, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you, not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, C3 Philippines. Neither let them be afraid. I'm praying for you, believing with you. God bless you.